Hi everyone, and welcome to your live tarot reading here on Thursday afternoon. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I was making a video earlier about being gay and being in the closet and how that can be traumatic for some people, and then about the re-traumatization of coming out again into the gay community and what that feels like for people. And I wanted to make that video, hi Abigail, for young guys who are just coming to terms with their sexuality and things. But then I thought, are people going to watch that? Are people going to find it? Is it really worthwhile? Are there enough resources out there already so that I don't need to get involved? I don't know. I did it. I put it, and also I put a thing on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, by the way. It's Gregory Scott 444, and I'm on Facebook as well. Gregory Scott 444. You haven't seen me in ages. I was live yesterday, Kerry. I put a thing about a gay meme on there, and one of the people on there was like, "This is really not my thing." It was a woman who obviously didn't like the whole gay thing. But I come as a package, unfortunately. I'm a tarot reader, I'm an astrologer, and I'm gay. And I'm an alcoholic, recovering alcoholic. 9 years this year in May. So that's part of the package. Do you think my experience and making a video about that would be helpful? What do you think? Do you think it would help younger guys? Because it is a difficult process. Do you think I should publish it or would it bore you? Thank you, Norma. Melissa says yes. Okay. Okay. Great idea. Okay. Yeah. I've made the video. I've just got it there and I was like, oh, should I publish this? Is it redundant? Anyway. So I think I'll have another look at it, maybe redo it or something like that. But now I'm here to answer your questions. So shoot, I'm ready. Thanks, Kerry. Yeah, I take it for granted that everyone knows these things, but if you're 18 years old, you don't really, do you? Career card, please, from Marilyn. Marilyn, I have to preface this with, I'm doing you a disservice by pulling one career card, because if you want to know all about your career, I draw up your natal chart, and that gives me a blueprint of your soul. It shows me what your life purpose is, what your vocational aptitudes are, and how you can merge them so that you're achieving your life mission through your work. As far as the cards are concerned, I'm getting the Lovers. So the career card is saying that the work that you love to do, the work that you're destined to do, is either already being done and you're going to love your work even more, or the career that you absolutely adore is just around the corner. Because this is so strong, the energy is so strong and with you, it means that it's going to appear in your life and it's going to manifest in reality very, very soon. The angels are looking after you. Do you see the big angel holding its arms open? Your career is divinely guided. So hand it over to the universe and trust that you'll have a career that you will absolutely love and adore. Okay? May I please have a card for my future abundances? That's from Norma Star. Your finances are going to change, because when the Two of Pentacles is like this, it means that your finances stay the same eternally and you're just juggling them over and over and over again. And it's in reverse, which means that your finances are going to change. The worst is behind you, which means that you'll have an increase in terms of your pay, and you're building a new life in terms of your abundance. So something has shifted, something has died in terms of negative vibration that has kept you down in terms of your finances, and you have now ended that, and a new vibration has come up which allows you to create much more abundance in future. So expect more money to come into your life soon. Well done. Hi, what is he thinking and feeling about me? Will we reunite? It's a good question. He feels that this is absolutely done and finished, and he has moved on, and he is not thinking about you in a way that implies or indicates any form of reunion or getting back together. As far as he's concerned, it was a relationship that was bad. It didn't work. He's drawn a line under it. He's finished with it. He doesn't want to reconnect. He's moved on, and he's either already in a new relationship or he's looking for a new relationship, but there's no chance of you two reuniting. So you may as well accept that as well, that it's over and done with. I'm sorry that that's quite a harsh message, but it's better to realize that it's done rather than waste your time on kind of waiting for someone who isn't going to be there. Okay, should I continue to pursue this long distance relationships? That's from Paint Sips. Okay. Yeah, don't walk away from it. The distance is a temporary thing. The two of you may be closer in future, and I'm being told that you don't know what miracles will happen to bring you together, and it's a good relationship. And rather than walk away from it, you ought to continue it, and you will come closer, either emotionally or in terms of actual distance, location-wise. So don't walk away from it. It's a good relationship. So guys, please share this broadcast and welcome and thank you for joining me. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Is it a good time for me to buy a home this year? Ashanti. Not right now. Especially not during the retrograde until the 31st of July. You don't really know what you're looking for. Get clearer, because something is going to happen in terms of your life. Either you're going to move in with someone, or there's a baby on the way, or you need less space or more space. It's not set in stone yet, and that hasn't happened. So I would put off the buying a home situation until your circumstances settle down. And by that, I mean give it at least until the end of the year, because your circumstances are going to change this year. And then look at buying a house next year, because then instead of moving once and then saying, oh, well, I've just bought this house and now I need a 3-bedroom instead of a 2-bedroom, then you're saving yourself an extra move here. Why do I feel so connected to someone I barely know? That's from Abigail. Because you've been together in a past life. That's why. And he's meant to teach you how to overcome certain difficulties in this lifetime. The two of you have intersected 5 times in past lives, and you come into each other's lives when there's something difficult. And you come into each other's lives to help each other through the difficult situations, and you teach each other, and then you go your separate ways again. But you are kindred spirits, and you're connected on a soul level, and the lesson or the point of your connection is to teach. It's not a romantic sexual relationship, so there's no point in marrying him. He is someone who shows up when you're down in the dumps and who's there to pull you out and to get you back on track so that you can be happy and you can live your life the way it's meant to be lived. He's like a guardian angel in human form. He's your human guide. He's your tour guide here on planet Earth. What's my ex feelings towards me now? This is Vivi. Hey, Vivi. Your ex doesn't love you anymore. I'm sorry, Vivi. A lot of difficult messages today. Lots of reality checks for people. Will Capricorn and me reconcile? So we've got a lot of questions about reconciliation. And yes, you and this Capricorn are very likely to reconcile. This is the most positive card in the deck. And I always say that it's the only card in the deck that has the same meaning when it's in reverse to when it's upright. because it's a gate card. It's 1111. It's the highest vibration, and you and this Capricorn will reunite, and it's likely that you're going to be together for a very, very long time. So this is a temporary break, temporary situation. Has my boyfriend cheated on me? Should I stay or move on? Okay, a tough one. Lots of relationship questions, and this is very, very much this time. If I've just done the daily reading for tomorrow, Mercury, the communication planet, goes into retrograde, or it is in retrograde, but it retrogrades into Cancer from Leo back into Cancer again tomorrow. So that's why we've got all of these relationship questions. Does he love me? Doesn't he love me? Check out the monthly horoscope for your sign. Check out the weekly horoscope as well. I go into what happens on Friday about the Mercury retrograde and how that affects all of us. And as always, if you'd like a personal reading to see if you're compatible with someone else, then please visit the website gregoryscott.com and order a personal reading with me there. But with you, the question has been, will Capricorn and me reconcile? Yes. And how does my ex feel towards me? Hang on. I'm sorry if I've missed someone's question here, but Dennis, how does my ex feel towards me? He is done as well. He's moved on. So there's a lot of misunderstanding, as you can see in the atmosphere at the moment. There are, I'm done with this relationship, but it's not clear. So a lot of people are thinking, is this just a break? Are we going to get back together, or is this really over? When will these energies shift? Mercury goes direct on the 31st of July, so the energies shift then. I broke up with my love. Will me and Arif be getting married? That's for Parveen. I don't see any immediate success in that area, but I see you and Arif being together and being happy together. There's a lot of fighting that has to go on for the two of you to be married. Your families are involved, I think. And I don't think either it's accepted or there are things that are resisting and pushing against the two of you being married. But you'll be able to overcome those. It's a lot of work. Be prepared that if you want to marry this man, you're really going to have to work your behind off to get people to accept this. And it's really, ask yourself, is this my will or is this destined? Because it seems to me a lot like you're hanging on to something just for the principle of it. And ask yourself whether you're in love with Arif, and whether you want to marry him just to prove a point or a principle, or whether you're really, really in love with him. Because I feel that you've got a lot of work ahead of you, and I don't really think it's destined for the two of you. Angela, Pisces, and Sun Moon. Hello, I'm sorry. Angelia. Angelia. Hi, Angelia. Let's pull a card for you, my darling. Angelia. You are dropping all of the burdens. The eclipse has been super, super useful to you. And it's really clarified what it is you no longer need in your life and what your life purpose is and what direction you're going in. And you are on the right track, okay? So the thing that you have discovered in yourself, the thing that you've now got planned for the future, you're a beginner, but you've made the right decision. You're on a new path. This new path is going to lead you to become the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and this path is going to allow you to maximize your potential. So you have stopped carrying all these different burdens. You've stopped trying to do lots of different things at once. Downgrade and look at what your purpose really is and go with that. And I really feel you've done that. And because of that, you're now on the right track and things are going to really improve for you in the future. So congratulations. Will me and R get together eventually? Okay, will me and R get together eventually? Yes, there's a lot of growth for the two of you to get together. And it's about being patient and holding on to your love, because you will get together. The flame, the fire is there. You will get together, the two of you. So you and R, congrats. Card, please. Ace of Spade. Okay. Card for an Ace of Spade. Don't rush in. Especially, you are someone who's very much affected by the Mercury retrograde at the moment. Don't rush into contracts, new jobs, lending people money, making decisions, signing things without being aware of what you're doing. Don't sign your life away. Don't rush into things. It's funny, I mentioned this in the reading for tomorrow, but my Instagram boyfriend dumped me yesterday. I had this imaginary Instagram boyfriend. We talked every day. Good morning, how are you? Good night. Oh, I love you so much. And I can't wait to be, apparently, this was the story he fed me. He was an American soldier deployed in Syria at the moment. And we'd been talking a while. And yesterday he asked me for $150 or pounds, so for his iTunes credit. And I said, I think it would be better if you ask someone who you actually know in your life, like a friend or a family member, because we're not quite at that relationship stage yet where I'm going to give you money. I haven't even met you in person. And he went off on me. I'm never going to find love. Exactly, catfish. I'm never going to find love or peace because I'm so terrible. And that was the end of our beautiful Instagram imaginary relationship. It's very topsy-turvy. And things are intense at the moment. So don't sweat it. It's intense for everybody. Ashanti, thank you, Gregory. That brief reading was spot on. Congratulations. Oh, thank you, Ashanti. Thank you so much for your generosity, and I'm very grateful for that. You're very kind. Mwah! Big kiss to you. There's an interesting question here that I just saw. What is it? Should I be an actress or own my own jewelry business? Both are sparkling in the limelight. So should you sparkle in the limelight, or should you create things that sparkle on your behalf? You're journeying towards both at the moment. You don't know exactly which one. Again, there's opportunity for you in both. But you've had a lot of rejection in the acting stuff. You're not grieving that. You realize it's part of the process. So you have what it takes to be an actress, but that's a non-starter, despite having the temperament, and you haven't made the decision. This is complicated. Wow. Looking at your natal chart would help me a lot more. So order a personal reading with me. I'll be able to really look at whether you should be an actress or a jewelry designer. But let me try and give you as much of an answer as I can here. You need to find something where you can really work. And the acting thing is, even though you have the right temperament, you're not totally crushed by rejection. What you have is talent. And for you to be working all the time is much better than for you to have a job here and there. Like if you're an actor, you land a role and some of them are great and you make a certain amount of money, and then you have a break and you're on the phone to your agent. Oh my God, what's next? Get me a job. I need another job. And there's always that uncertainty of being unemployed. So you go from feast to famine. So it's like you make a lot of money on this film or whatever, and then you don't have any role and you need to hustle work. Whereas jewelry design, you'd still be able to sparkle in a way, indirectly, but that would allow you to use your talent concisely and consistently, and that would work better for you. And I think you'd be happier because you'd be able to go to work every day and do something every day. Hi, Storm 10. Hi, Gregory. When should I tell my current partner that I want to break up with him? Ooh, ouch. Thank you, Carla. Okay. When should I tell my partner that I want to break up with him? Intuitively, immediately, I'm being told that during this Mercury retrograde, because it's the time to do things differently. And intuitively, I'm being told that do it before the 31st of July because this is a period when people expect rejection in some way anyway. Cancer is family. It's the mother. It's being nurtured. It's being taken care of. It's being loved and cradled and saying, there, everything is all right. And when Mercury is in retrograde, we all feel this underlying current of, I'm not being taken care of. People don't like me. No one loves me. What's going on here? So you can really confirm his suspicions by ending the relationship now because you're saying I'm not going to be there with you through thick and thin. And it's not fair for me to let you labor under this belief that I'm going to be there with you come hell or high water because I'm really not. So I don't want to make this more difficult by dragging this out. And for the sake of making this easier on both of us, because, the person getting dumped is going to get hurt, but the person doing the dumping is also often very hurt because you got into this relationship wanting it to work. You wanted this to work as well. And things have turned out in a way so that it's become untenable for you to continue. So be kind to yourself as well during this and do it during the Mercury retrograde. Because if we're going to be feeling insecure and daunted anyway, then use this time to get rid of the difficult things that you need to do. Yeah. I would say as soon as possible. Do it before the 31st of July. Okay? Arouge. I have result of test. Will I get good bands in Al? I don't know what that means exactly. Will I get good bands in Al? Yes, you'll get the news of that very quickly and very soon. You don't have to go anywhere. It's coming to you. You may not be as happy with it may not be as good as you want it to be, but it will be good and it will come in quickly and soon, and you'll be victorious, successful, triumphant, and happy with what you achieve. Motion, can I achieve my target in exam? Okay, so we've got an exam question. That's totally different now from all the relationship stuff happening. So, will I do well in this exam? Is that the question? Will I achieve my target in the exam? Yes. You are going to kill that exam. You are going to hit it out of the park. You're not going to only meet your target, you're going to exceed your targets. So don't worry about it. You're really stressing about this. Keep studying. You will hit this out of the park. You're going to exceed your expectations in the most beautiful way. Law. Hey, I feel strangely connected, not romantically, to one person. I barely know him, and there's quite an age gap. Could you tell me what that's about? It kind of freaks me out. Okay, yeah, that's a strange one, Law. Let's have a look at what that's about. This is difficult to say. he, don't hate me, but he seems to open doors of opportunity for you. By being with him, and correct me if I'm wrong, but by being with him, you feel like you're going to have doors of opportunity open, either in your career or financially or security. So it's not so much him that you're interested in, it's what he can do for you that you're interested in. So it's not a genuine romantic connection. You're drawn to him because he's powerful and because you're attracted to the power. So that's not real love. That's love of power. And some people marry for that. It's different for all of us. No one can tell you that that's right or wrong. If you're in love with his power, then, and you feel like I want to marry for power, or I want to marry for money, or I want to marry for financial freedom, a lot of millions of people do that every day. And no one can judge you. And it's your decision. What's important is about being clear on what you're doing and knowing, am I getting involved with this person because I truly love them or because I love what they can do for me? And in this case, I feel that it's more of a case of what he can do for you. Okay? Deborah, what's stopping me from moving forward in my music? I can immediately hear of failure. Fear of failure. I can immediately hear fear of failure. Fear of failure. Very strong in you. Yeah. That you'll never make it. You'll never break through. That you're never gonna that you're never gonna go anywhere with it. That you'll never make any money with it. This is the ego loud and at work at its best, honey. That you'll never be successful, you will never make it, that you'll never go anywhere and have control. Okay, so this is where in the astrology chart, when I read your chart, there are two things where I can see in your birth chart where the ego tries to sabotage you. And they show up as Black Moon Lilith and they show up as Chiron, the wounded healer. And the ego tries to sabotage you. So think of your life as a straight road to success. At the end, there's this big success. But there are lots of laybys on this road. And the ego tries to get you to pull into one of these laybys so that you're not successful and that you don't achieve your soul mission. And it does that usually by using certain tricks. Usually it's through fear. Sometimes it's through insecurity. Sometimes it's through hatred. In your case, it is using the voice. It's sabotaging in two ways. It's saying, one, you're never going to make it because you're not talented enough. And two, you will never ever be able to pay your bills with it. So it's pointless doing your music because you're never going to get ahead. Okay, guys, thank you, Sarah, but no more payments, please. That's lovely, thank you. So with your music, the ego is really using two tools to sabotage you. And those are powerful tools. I wasted my entire 20s because I always loved to do the tarot and astrology. And my ego said, Greg, you're never going to be able to make a living with this. You'll be homeless. You'll be in the gutter. Don't do it. Get a proper job. And it ruined my whole 20s because I listened to the ego. If I had meditated and I'd listened to my higher self, which said, take your daily tarot reading and put it on YouTube. If I'd only listened to that and done it, then I would have saved myself so much pain and being in a cage. I was trapped for so long. The bigger the obstacle, the greater the purpose on the other side. So the ego wouldn't be trying to sabotage you with your music if there wasn't something good that was going to come out of it on the other side of it, okay? So you need to realize that it's working so hard to hold you back from doing your music because you're going to be successful. If you were going to make a tit of yourself, then it would not bother to sabotage you anyway, because you'd fall on your face and would say, look at her, she totally failed anyway. You're not going to fail, and that's why the ego is sabotaging you. Sarah May, you're very, very welcome. I love what I do, so thank you for saying that. I get security for you, and I get that you're on the right track, that you're enlightened, and that you're seeing things clearly, and that you're in a position, even in this Mercury retrograde, to make decisions because you're connected with your higher self and you listen to your higher guidance, and you're really in a solid, good place in your life, and you don't need to make any major changes. Dear Majesty, hello, Your Majesty. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe. Advice, please, for the next steps in my career and in my business. You're fearless, which is good, so expand. Let go of the fear that you have to stay small and insignificant, and focus on expanding the area of your business that you love and adore, but that you haven't been able to include yet. So those are the next steps in your business, to expand into those areas where your heart is, okay? And where you can be creative, and where the ego says, this isn't going to pay anything. This is just you being soft, and this is just you self-serving, and this is just you doing the things that you love. The things that you love are there for a reason, because they're part of your life purpose. If you want to get more information on this, as always, order a personal reading with me on gregoryscott.com. I can draw up your birth chart by using your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, order a rectification with me so I can work out your time of birth. I then have a snapshot of the sky at the moment you were born, and it gives me a blueprint of your soul. It shows me what your life purpose is, what your vocational aptitudes are, what is coming up for you in your living situation, where's the best place for you to live, love, money, romance, all of those things. So in your case, your work and your life purpose are linked. And ask yourself, what is it that really makes me happy? But where the ego starts shrieking and saying, no, you can't do that because you'll go broke, you're not good enough, you're not talented enough, you're not creative enough, you're not enough, basically. And when you expand in those areas, those are the next steps to take in your business to succeed, to thrive, and to do well. So guys, thank you for joining me on this Thursday afternoon. I hope you have a wonderful day. It's been a pleasure speaking to you. Get in touch with me via the website gregoryscott.com. Please subscribe to the channel, because when you subscribe and I come on live, you'll be notified that I'm on live, and then you can come in. The reason I do these free live sessions is I realize that not everyone can afford a reading with me. So I do these free readings so I can just give you a little bit of guidance. And I also do them because I like connecting with you. And for me, this is an emotional, scary time as well. And even though it sounds silly and it's laughable, but my imaginary Instagram boyfriend, it kind of went, hurt a little bit, you know? And when I get to speak to you guys, I feel better, because I love you guys and you love me, and I really feel the love. And we have created the best community on YouTube that I've seen. The comments, people helping each other out, just a beautiful little community. And I just love the people who are attracted to this channel, because they're the best people in the world. And that's why I like spending time with you guys. So have a wonderful day. And Samantha, you're leaving a job today after 8 years. Congratulations. Be free and do what you love to do. Congrats. That takes a lot of chutzpah. That takes a lot of cojones to leave after such a long time, because you get institutionalized. You get stuck in something. So for you to say, I'm out of here, I'm doing something else, well done. I'm really proud of you. Have a wonderful Thursday, guys. I hope to speak to you in person Mwah. Sending you lots of kisses. Mwah. More kisses. I love you, and I will speak to you soon.